Welcome, respected friends. Let us resume the study of our Yoga Vaashishtha Ramayana Shastra. Such Shastras first to give us information, then they give us understanding and conviction. They help us in our commitments. Then they are again the authority for us when we get the Anubhava to prove. And we thereafter, with our Anubhava, support through the Shastras the other beings also. Here we are, 56th Sarga of 3rd Utpatthi Prakaranam. We are studying. It is MARANA ANANTHARA VYAVASTHA VARNANAM. In that, while the Jiva traveling from that Viduratha Sharira towards that Raja Padma Sharira, here the Rama Vaashishtha Samvada is going on. So these are the things only the great saints like Vaashishthaji can tell, and only in such texts we know. We will know from. Otherwise, we don't get any other authority. The discussion is how the Jiva left and is traveling, and that Ativahika Deha with which he is taken from this Vidurata Sharira towards Yamaloka, and from there again to Padma Sharira. That topic is discussed. Especially before we go to Yamaloka, whatever the dehas we get after leaving this deha, they depend on the Pinda Pradhana done by those who are left behind. You know, if they don't give that Pinda Pradhana, what will be the lot of that Jiva? Those two, three questions Sri Rama asking, Sri Vasishthaji telling. And then that helps us to understand, therefore, that whoever are the departed ones known to us, respected elders, you give that Vinda Pradhana to them so that they get those respective Sharira to go without Hevai here and there, straight to Yamaloka easily. Then, according to their Papa Punya, Narayana, they will be decided. Yamaraj will decide where to send them. Today, along with this topic, another topic also will discuss in which is it that jivas vasanas which definitely guide, no doubt. What about the various prayers extended by the people left behind for that person? Will they be effective? Anna, big question, isn't it? Rama's question will be that so practical question, important one for all of us, which alone can help us again to think and decide whether it's worthy of praying or not. The answer also in advance only will say कि both work together. Like I died. According to my vasanas, I will be going. But if people behind me who are praying for the good of me, and if their prayers are powerful enough, then even though my vasanas bound are bound to take me here and there, still the effect and influence of these prayers will be there, isn't it? And in that also, if our vasanas are too bad, too horrible, the karmas, karma phala, they all become neutralized and nullified. Having all these permutation combinations told, what Vasishthaji two times concludingly says is what? Therefore, all these questions, answers are apart. The summary is what? Live a noble life. So that these questions, doubts are not there. You are given a full fledged human life. Plenty of opportunities are there. Only keep on doing good. And your good only will guide you. Why do you need to wait for somebody to pray for you? That is the best of the answer. बाकी चीजें इधर उधर होते हैं वो. Even if a person very bad, if somebody is together praying for his welfare, his bad will be overpowered by these prayers, so he will get those good results. इस तरह से है. Anyway, that all depending na dependency. We can do our own sadhana. We can do our own punya. Please focus on that, as I told you in the Moksha Vyavahara Prakarana itself, about the possibility of great Purushartha by the human being, the Purushakara. I told you now, Vasishtha is saying to Rama, not I am telling. So focus on that. So these are the topics we will be discussing today. Let us start. ॐ ॐ ॐ ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्या भक्तिविद्या योगविद्या धर्मविद्या सम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः ओम यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याता सर्व वेदान्ताः सच्चास्त्राः तान्नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम् ॐ शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ॐ निधये सर्वविद्यानां विषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः ॐ श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम् ओम श्रीराम राम रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं राम नाम वरानने ओम ब्रह्मानंदं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्मभक्ति योग धर्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः श्रीरामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे वशिष्ठादृशिभ्यो नमः संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषद योग वासिष्ठ महारामायणोक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्य मोक्ष कैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थम श्रुतिस्मृपुराणे इतिहास संतवाङ्मयोक्त साध्य साधनानुभ सिद्ध्यर्थम तत्रोक्त ऋषिमुनि गुरुदेवता दर्शनानुग्रहानुभव प्राप्त्यर्थम सनातन धर्म से विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगत्यर्थम धर्म संस्थापकानां नित्य निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थम श्रीराम मंदिरवत् शिव कृष्णादि मंदिरादीनां पुनरवाप्तितेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातनधर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तर शत्रुविघ्न शाश्वत समूल निर्मूलपूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिक हैन्दव संस्कृतेः धर्ममोक्षपुरुषार्थानां सुसम्प्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां संकल्पितसत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयः तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रति भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्मसाफल्यार्थम् अनेकशास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षि विरचित श्रीराम वशिष्ठ संवाद रूप श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण स्मृति मोक्ष प्रकरण शास्त्र से पारायण अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थ वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे मंगलाचरण श्लोकाः ओम यत सर्वाणि भूतानि प्रतिभान्ति स्थितानि च यत्रैवोपशमं तस्मै सत्यात्मने नमः ज्ञाता ज्ञानं तदा ज्ञेयं द्रष्टा दर्शनदुष्यभुः कर्ता हेतु क्रिया यस्मात् तस्मै ज्ञप्त्यात्मने नमः स्फुरन्ति सीकरा यस्मादानन्दस्याम्बरेवनौ सर्वेषां जीवनं तस्मै ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः दिवि भौमौ तथा आकाशे बहिरन्तश्च मे विभुः यो विभात्यो भासात्मा तस्मै सर्वात्मने नमः सत्यं ज्ञानमनन्तमेकमजरं नित्यं विभुं शाश्वतं प्रत्यग्ब्रह्मरसायनं सुखगरं पूर्णं परं पावनं स्वात्मज्योतिरनादिमध्यनिधनं मायाविलासैर्मुहुः विश्वाकारमुपास्तमाय भवयं वन्दे विशुद्धं पदं ज्ञानादेवात्मनो मोक्षः न तु कर्मसमाधिः अज्ञातोऽसौ स्वतः दृश्यं सृजत्येवेति कीर्त्यते तस्मै श्रीगुरवे वसिष्ठमुनये नित्यं नमस्कुर्महे विश्वामित्रमुनिं शरण्यमनघं भूयो नमस्याम्यहं तस्मै वाल्मीकये श्रीगुरुतमगुरवे भूरिभावैर्नताः स्मः पूर्णानन्दस्वभावः स्वजनहितकृते माययोपात्तकायः कारुण्यादुद्दिदीर्षुर्जनमनवर्तं मोहपङ्के निमग्नम् आविश्यान्तर्वसिष्ठं बहिरविकलयन् शिष्यभावं वितेने यस्संवादेन शास्त्रामृतजलधिममं रामचन्द्रं प्रपद्ये ओम श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः वशिष्ठादिऋषिभ्यो नमः श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण स्मृति मोक्ष प्रकरण शास्त्रम तृतीय उत्पत्ति प्रकरणे लीलोपाख्याने मरणशयनानंतर व्यवस्थावर्णनं नाम षट्पञ्चाशत्तमः सर्गः श्री वशिष्ठ उवाच श्रीराम उवाच सो रामा's प्रश्न was I am seeing from the 26वां श्लोक भगवन् पिंडदानादि वासना रहित आकृतिः कीदृश संपद्यते जीवः Pindo yasmai na diyate. The one who is not given pinda pradhana by the people behind, how will he get the akara which only one gets when one is given the pinda pradhana? What about those people's case? You know, Bhagavan answers, Sai Vasishta Vacha very important topic. Pindotha diyate mava. Whether the pinda is given or not. Pinda datta maya iti chet vasana hridi samrudha. If the departed soul in his hridaya, there is a strong vasana or sankalpa is there that I am given the pinda. मया पिंडः दत्तः मया मीन्स मेरे लिए पिंडः दत्तः दिया गया है वासना हृदय समरूढ़ा तत् पिंड फलवांग नरः then he gets that phala of that pinda pradana in the form of that particular whatever the ativahika deha for him to be taken to that yamaloka because once sharira is left the jiva का कोई ठिकाना नहीं होता ना तो he'll have to be taken properly so a particular garb is given to him. It is not the Stula Sharira, it is the Sukshma Ativahika Deha given to him. In that he will be taken. The same Ativahika Deha obtained by yogis also leaving this Stula Sharira. With that they travel to various places, Sukshma Lokas and do whatever they have to accomplish. So this is one thing. Pinda atha diyate mava दिया गया है नहीं दिया गया पिंडा दत्ता मया इति चेत Vasana hrudi samrudha. If that strong thought is there, then tat pinda phalavang naraha. Now, from this, the next few slokas are very compellingly crucial, important for us as sadhakas. Be conscious, be alert. कि यच्चित्तं तन्मयो जन्तुः भवति इति अनुभूतयः. So the jantu becomes whatever he is depending on his own chitta sankalpas. Remember, we are all Sankalpamaya, we are all Bhavanamaya, we are all Vasanamaya. The Karana Rupa, what is there is called Vasana. Then the Sankalpa is the Chitman, Buddhi, Chitmana level, Buddhi level. Then Bhavana is called as Mana level. So Yad Bhavam Tad Bhavati. In that way, Yad Chittam Tanmaya Jantu Bhavati. Iti Anubhotaya. So whatever the Chitta Sankalpa is there, we become that. So we are all nothing but our bundle of chitta sankalpas grossified that we are now. Sadeheshu videheshu na bhavati anyatha kvachit. So as we are in the sharira, even after leaving the sharira, whatever our chitta sankalpas were there, that alone we will be. Nobody in the world can change this rule for anybody. That is the meaning of na bhavati anyatha kvachitu. By no means it can become otherwise. That is the rule. Yat chittaha jivaha tanmayaha. Just like somebody wants to be doctor, 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 he becomes that. Actor, 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 he becomes that. Contractor, contractor, he becomes that. So yat chittam tanmayaha janturu bhavati iti anubhotaya. Now that chitta vrittis, with knowledge you are doing, ignorance you are doing, out of desires we are doing, out of the influence by somebody we are doing, out of our own imagination we are doing, out of studying the Shastras, somebody's guidance. That's all causes, no doubt. But what is my chitta predominantly? That's what I am going to become. So that Brahmana Vaashishtha had in chitta to become a king. So he has become king. So our chitta sankalpas are pushing us into next and next destinations. So yat chittam tanmayaha jantur bhavati iti anubhutayaha. Sadeheshu videheshu. Whether we are in the sharira or left the sharira, na bhavati anyatha kvachit. This rule never gets changed whether we are in sharira or beyond. Okay. Now continuing the other thought, very interesting. Sapindosmiti samvitya. If that samvit or chitta vritti is there, that I am given the pinda, then nishpindopi sapindavan. Somebody is not given the pinda pradana by his people, yet he gets the result of that giving that pinda pradana. Equally true is the other Bhayankar wala. Second is what? Nishpindosmiti samvitya. If somebody is entertaining the thought, I am not given, sapindopi na pindavan, even though he is given that, he will be equivalent to the one who is not given only. That is the power of the chitta. नहीं दिया तो भी दिया गया हूं मैं कहेंगे तो मिल जाता हूं. Whether they give or not, even they forget you. And they have given, but if you have in your mind the thought, no, they have never given me, then you won't get only its phala. Chitta ke upar it depends. So our strong sankalpa that I am given produces even though it's not given, and my strong sankalpa that I am not given blocks the result even if it is given to me by the others. In other case, one important thing is the Pinda Pradhana Ityadi done for the departed ones by the ones who sent stay back. It is for their punya. They get lot of marks and punya. The children when they do it for their ancestors, parents who are left, उनको फल मिलता है, उनको पुण्य मिलता है. Then, because of his sankalpa shakti, definitely the departed also gets those sharira and the other results. And the one who's already earned for himself so many things by satkarma and all, he's anyway going to get. So all milker basic point क्या है? Bhavana. Either it is your bhavana or your children's bhavana or others' bhavana. Therefore, negative bhavana भी काम करता है उसका अर्थ. Therefore, never do negative bhavana for yourself and others. उस डायरेक्शन में जाना ही नहीं. उतना मेच्योरिटी तो होना है, उतना प्योरिटी तो होना है, isn't it? That's why some people say no, मरने तक ही दुश्मनी, isn't it? Rama says to Lakshmana and all, or sorry to you, Sugriva, he says, till death only your brother was enemy. Once he died, there is no enmity. Go and do all the samskaras. You have seen that in all three Ramayanas. Adhyatmik Ramayana, you have seen Tulsi Ramayana, Valmiki also. They say, once dead, all enmity is gone. Just pray only. Next one is what? Yatha bhavanam etesham padarthanam hi satyata. See, etesham padarthanam satyata yatha bhavanam. As the bhavana is done, so the objects are produced, projected, created and sustained. Bhavana cha padarthebhyaha karanebhya udetiha. Then the bhavana is because of the again padarthas. The padartha there is your own sankalpa. Whether you have seen the things or not seen, when you do the sankalpa, it becomes bhavana. Bhavana produces padartha. When you see the padartha, again vasana sankalpa happens. Then again we do the bhavana. That's how padartha, sankalpa or vasana, then bhavana. Padartha, vasana, bhavana. पदार्थ वासना संकल्प ऐसे सारे जगत में रूप नाम का सृष्टि चलता ही रहता है. ओके, यथा भावनम एतेषां पदार्थानां हि सत्यता. यथा भावनम एतेषां पदार्थानां हि सत्यता. भावना च पदार्थेभ्यः कारणेभ्यः उदेतिः. And the bhavana is because of the earlier seen padartha or somebody told you or you yourself have projected, imagined. And mind has got the capacity to project. Anything it projects, it can get manifested. If not here, somewhere else. Okay, in this way we are guided. Next one, an example is given. Yatha vasanaya jantoho vishamapi amrutayate asatyah satyatameti padartho bhavanat tatha. See, vishamapi amrutayate. Even the snake has bitten, that visha is there. If somebody is doing the Garuda Bhagavan's mantrocharana and doing that bhavana, that visha becomes amruta only. Interesting. So to asatya satyatameti padartha bhavana tatha. Another thing is what? कि कि पाँव को कुछ कांटा चुभा बस. But you thought it's not कांटा, or a snake only has bitten. That bhavana is enough that जहाँ कांटा चुभा है, वाकई it acts like a poison. Even that person can die also. That is the power of bhavana to make amrita as visha or visha as amrita. That is the power. So yatha vasanaya jantoho vishamapi amrutayate asatyah satyatameti padartah bhavanat tatha. Therefore, where we have to be careful about nirantara bhavana. That's why never ever do durbhavana for ourselves and others. Keep on doing sadbhavana, sadbhavana. That sadbhavana itself is called little deeper sat sankalpa. That is why in all our classes we go on doing sankalpa. For our sadhana, for adhyatmic pragati, for sanatana dharma rakshana abhivrudhi, for the Vishwa Kalyana also. That is our minimum and very powerful responsibility towards the world in which we are born, towards the Sanatana Dharma which is supporting us, we are born in that, towards great Rishi culture, etc. कम से कम संकल्प भावना करना होता है. Practically, whatever is possible, that way. For practical doings, there are various limitations. But for the sankalpa and bhavana, it's totally free. We have to do within our own, we can do within our own mind. So that's the power of asatya satyata medi padartha bhavana tata. Next one, very interesting topic, very beautiful. This bhavana named karana, without that padartha satyata is not be there. Therefore, what is the karana for the every padartha's perception or presence? Bhavana. But the word bhavana itself is very typical. That it is bhavana only in itself is not satya. Therefore, the whole world is bhavana kalpita. In satyata, none of them are there. If none of them are there, what is there then? That kalpana, bhavana, projection, atitha, ekameva advayam adhisthana brahma only. Finally, all Upanishads can take a sigh of relief and comfort only when they trace to the ultimate adhisthana brahma jnana. That's what he says. Karanena vina udeti na kadachana kasyachitu bhavana kachidapino iti nishchayavan bhava. See? Karanena vina udeti na kadachana kasyachit bhavana kachidam. For nobody, never ever, vina karana, the karanena vina udeti nagadachana kasyachit bhavana kachidapino iti bhavana kachidapino iti nishchayavan bhava. So for nobody, without the karana, the bhavana can come up in this way. Hey Rama, become Nishchayava. Okay, karana vina udeti nakadachana kasachit bhavana kachidapino iti Nishchayavan bhava. So that is so so karanena vina udeti nakadachana kasachit bhavana kachidapino iti. So the karana rupi bhavana ke bina. What is the karana here? Bhavana itself. For what? For the pratiti appearance of the whole world of things and beings. Iti nishchevan bhava. So without bhavana named karana, nothing can be seen in this world. Okay. Now, substantiating this is karanena vina karyam amaha pralayam kachitu na dushtam na shrutat kinchitu swayam tu ekodayadrute. Therefore, karanena vina karyam amaha pralayam kachitu. Therefore, vina or without bhavana rupi Narayana Karana, in this Srushti to Pralayatako, nothing is possible. Point one. Point two, therefore, Srushti to Pralaya, all of that is bhavana atmaka only. Therefore, when the Karana rupi bhavana is a bhavana, it is not Satya, then it's Karya rupi Pratiti also Asatya only. Therefore, na dushtam na sutam kinchit. So in this way, when everything is bhavana करके काट दिया तो कुछ भी नहीं रहेगा क्या? One question is that. Second, if everything is because of the bhavana named karana, therefore nothing is real. What about the reality? Is that reality also a bhavana? That is the answer given. Eka udayat rute. Except the Brahma Tattva. So Brahma Tattva is not a bhavana, it is a reality. Because it is a reality, it won't perish like the other things. And for it, there is no bhavana required. Brahman is reality, there is no bhavana required. It is not bhavana, kalpita pratiti. Therefore, when the bhavana goes away, it destroys, that problem is not there. Other than that Brahman, everything has the karana of the bhavana only. Whether it's a bhavana is yours, or mine, or our together, or of Ishvara. That Maya, bhavana itself is called Maya, it's called as Sankalpa, it's called projection, whatever the names you give. So what is the natija here has come? Ki ask question is about Pinda Pradhana or not done, what Shariras he gets. Whether they get or not, the ones who depart. Are bhai, it is that Jiva does his own bhavana or others do for him, whatever it may be, as per the bhavana, the pratiti of the Shariras are happening. Without the Karana Rupi Bhavana, Bhavana Rupi Karana, Pratiti won't happen. And it's a Pratiti only, and the Karana is Bhavana only. Therefore, they are not reality. Reality is something beyond, which is not a Bhavana, it is real. Therefore, its existence doesn't depend on Bhavana. It is Bhavanatita, it is Sankalpatita, it is Kalpanatita, it is Adhisthana Satya. Therefore, there are two things. वन सत भावना करें, सेकंड सद वस्तु का भावना करें। सद वस्तु का भावना नहीं होता, सद वस्तु का भावना से शुरू करके जिज्ञासा बड़ा बड़ा करते हुए रियली नो एंड रियलाइज दैट ब्रह्मन एंड गेट अवॉइडेड इन दैट। दैट इज द ब्यूटी ऑफ दिस पोर्शन। स्लोली भगवान इज डेवलपिंग। आगे जाकर के बताएंगे, चिदेव वासना सैव धत्ते स्वप्नैव अर्थताम कार्य कारणताम याति सैवागत्येव तिष्ठति। सी, दिस इज द क्रक्स ऑफ द एंटायर वेदांत। Chit eva, the pure consciousness alone, vasana, sa eva dhatte, swapna eva arthata. The pure consciousness only takes the shape of that vasana, takes the shape of the chitta, chitta's bhavana or sankalpa, and the solidified object ke roop mein bhi that pure consciousness alone. Therefore, that way, the karana rupi bhavana, the karya rupi pratiti of rupa nama, both of them are that chit alone goes through. Finally, dissolving all of them, dropping all of them, sa eva agati eva tishtati, agatya eva tishtati, finally dropping all of them, the Brahman, the chit alone remains as itself. Otherwise, if you take the chit Paramatma Jagat to be independent of the chit vastu, then you have limited the chit vastu Paramatma. If you say Paramatma is Sarva Vyapaka, Sarva Antaryami, he has to be there in every one of them. Therefore, who is taking the Karya Karana Rupa is this pure consciousness. But in that Karya Karana Rupata of the Chitta, though it is projection imagination, there is all samsara. When Karya Karana Atita, Chit purely is not known. When the pure Chit as it is known, so you are liberated now. Thereafter, the play of Karana and Karya can go on happening for the sake of play without becoming real to bind us. Right? Now Sri Rama asks the question, Dharmo nasti mama ityeva yah preto vasananvitaha tasya chet suhra bhurir dharma krutva samarpitaha tattadatra sakim dharmo nashtasya dutavanava satyartha vapya satyartha bhavana kim baladhika. Very cute question. So somebody with all sinful life lived and died. So he is full of all vasanas or papa karma phala. But people who left behind, some of his children are have done lot of sat karma, dharma karma, punya karma on the name of this fellow. Now, how these go together? His papa karma, it has to give the phala. Then the people who have prayed for him or extended all those, उसका भी फल मिलना चाहिए. ये दोनों का कैसा समझौता होता है ना? You cannot say that the person's vasanas are so prevalent that whatever the people have done the dharmic activities on his name, they won't be effective. Then what is the use of doing all these things? So too, if you say the people who are left behind, they are extending all upasana prayers for him, therefore they are so effective on the departed, then the person's vasanas become ineffective then, which is not accepted, because in general study of all shastras, each jiva's karmas and vasanas guide him. That's what is we studied. तो उधर वो मानोगे तो ये जाएगा, इधर मान तो हो जाएगा, कैसा होता है? तो भगवान says two things in this as an answer, कि among these two, whichever is prabala, that effective, that becomes effective. That's the one answer he gives. Second is to avoid all these confusion, jhamela, always have sadbhavanas, always do satkarma. That is the best solution. Then the question won't arise. When you are going on doing your satkarmas, you are always in good direction. Why do you think of that way? The fellow has done all dharma and papa and he's died. Now that papa karma of him is guiding him, but the people who are behind are praying for him, doing a lot of charitable activities, yajnas, sankalpas, pujas for him. Then इसका effect क्या होगा? ये अपना है effect. The question is good, answer is good, but there is something better also, which is in our hands, and that is you be noble within your thoughts, in your actions. Then that is much better all the time. That's how he will answer. Then some more deep questions. In this way, this Sarga guides us so many things. This is the beginning only. We are still in the Utpatthi Prakarana, Sthiti Prakarana, then Upashama Prakarana, then Nirvana Prakarana. So many millions of things we are going to study. By Lord's grace, we'll continue. So many texts, one by one, small one. Studying is one way. One big text studying which includes all those things is another way. We don't know in this life for us, Bhagavan has all given big texts only. अब मैं क्या करूं? छांदोग्य उपनिषद इतना बड़ा है। आज सोच रहा था मैं क्या करूं, मैं क्या करने का क्या है, काम सिट एंजॉय एवरी डे, जो होगा सो होगा। Every day that 1 hour, half an hour, sit and meditate through the Shastra on the reality. That's done. Our time is spent in remembering the truth. Is it not? That is sadhana. Remember the texts in all of them are madhyama. Though they are the final authority, but they are means. Through the means, when the end of remembering the divine is being done continuously, the work is done, you can relax. Tomorrow will continue. Om, 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 Om Purnamadaha. Shruti Matre Namaha Tatsat Brahmarpanamastu. Thank you very much. Om. बोल श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की जय, वशिष्ठ भगवान की जय, सरस्वती मैया की जय, लीला पद्म महासाधक की जय, बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय, आप सब की जय हो।